Hello fellow BanG Dreamers, welcome back to the channel. This is Maverick here, and today we're going to be continuing our watch of the third season of Bandori with episode 2. Before we begin, however, I'd like to share something with you guys. So, it has been announced earlier today, a few hours ago or something like that, that Poppin'Party has finally had their first #1 single of the Oricon Weekly charts, right? So, ometetou, congratulations! And this actually marks the first time the entire franchise has had a single in the #1 spot on the weekly charts as well. So, it literally couldn't have a better time. Literally on the cusp of the 5th year anniversary of the franchise, which is in February. And honestly, with all the things that they've done up to now, it's kind of funny that they haven't had a #1 single yet, but there's literally no better single for that, because this one, man, when I was recording last episode, the single actually hadn't dropped yet. It came out the day after, I believe, but ever since then, I have been putting it on repeat, like literally on repeat every single day, especially the title songs, the two songs, which are the opening and ending song respectively, Initial and Yumeuchi. You know, they're just great songs, and especially for someone like me who actually really digs and respects and likes the beginning of this franchise, way back in 2015 with the early versions of Poppin'Party and whatnot. These two songs, they're essentially a return to the roots of the franchise, right? They're great songs in of themselves, but when you actually get into the lyrics, you'll see that they're actually referencing stuff that, goes way back, way back. It's literally back to the roots for them. So, I've been enjoying it, and I'll talk a little bit more about it once I have an opportunity during the opening or ending segments as well. But, in any case, go listen to it. Even if you don't buy it, it's on all the different streaming services and whatnot. Just go check it out. And I feel like it exemplifies Poppin'Party's music very well as well. A lot of people peg them as the sort of poppy kind of group, and that is true, particularly if you only look at the anime image and stuff. But Initial is a good rock song that follows the vein of something like their staple songs, Teardrops and Time Lapse, and Yumeuchi is more on the emotional side of stuff. But anyways, I don't want to harp too much on that. We'll talk about that when we get there. Back to the episode at hand. Last episode, we got the goal for the season, which is at the very end to have their audition / competition / live. It's competition, right? At Budokan. And also we see ChuChu scouting out Rock. Well, Rock? Yeah, Lock. The Japanese way of pronouncing things is kind of funny. But anyways, scouting out Locke as well. So, what exactly is going to happen there? Don't really know. Let's get into the episode and find out. Alrighty, let's begin in 3, 2, 1, play. Yeah, we're definitely starting with Locke's perspective. Instant rejection? Alright. No, she went to YouTube. Smart.
私も例も知らないような曲いっぱい聴いてた。モーティンのシークレットライブ音源も持ってた。チュチュは上手なだけじゃなくてしびれる演奏を求めてる。きっとどこかでロックのギターにしびれたんだと思う。でもロックのやつスカウト断ってたよな。あの状況で私だったら
I mean, she didn't really want to refuse.
まあ OK したらしたでビビるけど。てかかすみ、私たちはどうする？
I mean, you guys were also called out as well.
だよな。だよね。なにぶっ潰すって言われちゃったけど大丈夫かな。テーブルの下に入れば。お歌えこちょこちょこちょこちょ。あれ聞かないよ。ここはティー。
Alright.
なんか豪華な大会になってきたな。ユキナ先輩たちはどうするのかな。
They're gonna enter.
ではフューチャーワールドフェスに向けて
You say pass now. I somehow feel you're gonna be dragged into this.
絶対負けないのに。でも練習日を増やしたから。そうそう。これ以上何か増やすとゲーム時間なくなっちゃうかもよ。
Hey! Initial! Ah. And the riff for this is so fun as well. It's a bit harder than the riff in Time Lapse, but it's super fun to play. But anyways, I was going to talk about, you know, the song itself, right? Initial. So, if you listen to the lyrics, especially starting from the after the chorus in the second phrase and onwards, it references the beginning of the franchise. So I talked a little bit in the last episode about how, you know, before there was the game, there was the anime or anything like that, there was the manga first and the light novels. And the manga is actually called Hoshi no Kodo, which is Star Beat, which references how Kasumi actually started the entire story by listening to the Star Beat and getting a Star Beat once she, losing a star. It's kind of, it's actually kind of a, well, it's actually kind of a complicated thing to describe, but basically, the term Star Beat has specific meaning here. And it's referenced in the song. That's basically it. Oh, another school. Okay. She's the manager now? Well, she certainly knows her manners. Best things by the book. Nice. Good on ChuChu. Still with the emoji. わお。Well. Wait, I wonder if she literally called Hina. Well. Yeah, she definitely did. So she's a genius as well? Of course, Hina's just like, this is funny. I don't really like the way that they translate, Girls Band Jidai into Girls Band Generation. It seems like, I don't know, like Girls Generation or something, like a Korean girl group or something. I think the age of girl bands would be a better translation. Are you a dog, Dario? What? Hey, it's Afterglow. I guess there'll be later episodes where they allow Past the Palettes and Hello Happy World to have an appearance. Hey, Karu. So, just a cameo appearance right there? Alright. Is she gonna run past members of Past the Palettes or something? No. She can't lie. Akemi, now's your chance. Sell her a meat bun or something.
文化祭のロッカー朝日の映像パレオも見たでしょ。最初の音でラスに必要だって分かった。あの子のギター力は本物よ。チュチュ様、あちらにも行ってみましょう。コロッケたくさんもらってまった。
Oh, I mean, okay, what am I talking about? Meat bun? That's something else. Never mind.
さすがにこ
I mean, croquettes are a type of meat bun, if you think about it. But, anyways.
ロッカ様、チュチュ様は休まれています。そうですか。ロッカ様はバンドに興味がないのですか？
They're really playing the adorable anger with ChuChu this season.
ドリンクも買えない世界なんて。ロイヤルミルクティーがいいの。
Oh, Yukina.
港ユキナ。お財布忘れたの？現金を持ち歩かない主義なの。ブラックコーヒー。苦い。敵にコーヒーをおごられるなんて。返事を聞
I don't think Yukina actually considers you a rival.
挑戦を受けるわよね。ラスはあなたたちロゼリアをぶっ潰すバンドなの。ついでにポッピンパーティーも潰す予定だけど。あなたのプロデュースを断ったのは、ロゼリアはあなたの音楽を奏でる場所じゃないからよ。私の音楽を求めて何が悪いの？音もメンバーもパーフェクトなバンドを作るのに妥協なんて必要ないでしょ。
That doesn't really retort what she just said. But okay.
お待たせ。ごちそうさま。偉そうにしてられるのも今のうちよ。バイ。またあの子か。ユキナも。明日の17時から対バンの方々との顔合わせを行います。明日以降は練習時間を2時間延長。土日も可能な限りスタジオを抑えたので、各自スケジュール確認を怠らないようにしてください。ハードだけど、フューチャーワールドフェスに近づいてきたって感じするよね。アコ、頑張ります。
And then she's gonna say, let's actually enter the competition.
バンドリ。本気ですか？待てよユキナ、フューチャーワールドフェスは？もちろん出るわ。アコは嬉しいですけど、でもこの数ヶ月間、フューチャーワールドフェスに向けた活動に専念してきたはずです。この厳しいスケジュールもそのために組んだんです。ええ。ではなぜ？似てるから。
Could see that coming a mile away, but yeah. Now I just need the other bands to get on board, and we've got ourselves a nice competition.
追いかけ回すからだろ。追わなきゃ捕まえられないでしょ。はいはい。んじゃあ。お帰りですか？ああ。さすがにここまでは来とらんやろうな。
You know, you literally work at the live studio of the drummer of Ras.
驚いた。いきなり声かけちゃってごめんね。掃除終わったらここ使っていいから。ありがとうございます。ああ、今日も何が何やら大変やったな。まさか学校にまで押しかけてくるなんて。 興味がないのですか？そんなことは。チュチュ様は誰よりも強烈にあなたの才能を求めていらっしゃいます。私たちもロッカ様を歓迎します。いつでもおいでください。
Are you gonna see her shred? And she's just gonna be in time to see it, right? I like how they decided to save on the animation there by not animating it. But alright.
マスキさん、練習ですか？来いよ。こねる気ですか？こねるんですね。なんだよそれ。方言か？
See Ross. Hmm.
高級なビルや。ひっくり返んぞ。行くぞ。マッスーさん、お帰りになったのでは？連れてきた。いらっしゃいませ。ここはチュチュ様のプライベートスタジオです。大丈夫？大丈夫じゃないです。怯えてるじゃない。入る気になったのね。どうだか音は嘘つかねえ。セッションだ。
Ah, this is funny.
お前さっきからヒーしか言ってないけど大丈夫か？マスさん楽しそうですね。どうするの？そうね。好きなだけ暴れるといいわ。お隣失礼します。何弾こうか？ライオットだ。そいつ一回聴いた曲は耳コピしてる。じゃあいけるわね。
The body don't lie. Trust. Bam, 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 bam. Passion runs riot. Passions run riot. Guess she's playing a little bit too reserved or something like that. Hey, Yume Uchi. Well, since we are here anyways, I guess I'll talk a little bit about this song as well. So Yume Uchi, or the entire song title was a little bit too long, but basically, the moment when you shot through your dreams, right? Uh, so it within the song, it references the song Yes Bang Dream, actually the entire concept of Bang Dream. I know if I mentioned this in last episode as well. So Bang Dream, being the title of the franchise and all that, is also quite important as well. It goes with the star beat I was talking about in the opening. So again, referencing back to the very beginning of the franchise, the very beginning characters of Kasumi and Arisa, how Kasumi met Arisa, and then mentioned this so-called, the concept of Bang Dream, aiming for your dreams and shooting through it. And so the lyrics to this song actually also references the very first single of the entire franchise, Yes Bang Dream, the song, and the single as well. Alright, there we go. See you guys after this. Alrighty, so with this episode, we have our first real incident of the season, right? And that is how exactly is Roka going to fit in with Ross. So in regards to that scene where, at the very end where ChuChu was saying that she didn't like the kind of music that Roka was playing, let's talk a little bit about that there, right? Because I feel like what, my interpretation of the scene is that ChuChu feels Roka is being too considerate in her music, like she's relegating herself to a supporting role. She's listening to what others are playing, and then she's bouncing off that in order to support that. She's not really. You can even say that she's playing conservatively in a certain sense. Would be how I think ChuChu is trying to get through. What her point actually is. Because to be honest, with what she was playing there, it's musically sound, right? Fundamentally, there's nothing wrong with that. If the things that you were playing during that scene was in the actual recording, I wouldn't have any problem with it. I actually like that style of playing. In the actual recording, of course, it didn't. There's no sound there actually, and well, I guess even thematically, perhaps ChuChu doesn't think that it fits with what Ross is trying to do. And I mean, at the end of the day, ChuChu is the producer, right? And Ross is a band that has their own sort of style and sound. If they don't feel like this is something that fits in with their sound, of course they're going to say so. And well, Roka needs to needs to find her own niche there, right? But I just want to say that fundamentally there's nothing wrong with what she was playing there. And I found it quite interesting as well, because I think they literally removed the guitar from the recording mix used in the song Riot here. So they literally removed all the guitar sounds so that we can, I guess, focus a little bit more on Roka's own playing and improvisation, right? But yeah, that's basically it. I don't know how long it's going to take to resolve the situation. Like, is it going to take literally half a season or something before she can finally find her place within Ross or anything? But yeah, that's basically it there, right? The second thing I like to talk about is the scene between Yukina and ChuChu here, right? So I still feel like even after rewatching it, I feel like what Yukina was basically saying, ChuChu didn't really answer it. I don't feel like they were on the same wavelength in terms of their answers. But the general idea of it is that they both believe they're both in pursuit of the best music that they can make, right? And so I feel like that's what resulted at the very end there, with Yukina wanting to enter into the challenge as well, because they both have the same kind of approach to music. And from Yukina's mindset, she wants to face a rival or go heads on with another person who values the same kind of or has the same kind of approach towards music, right? And of course, if she didn't do so, we wouldn't have a plot for this season. So there's that as well. No, plot reasons. But still, I feel like that's what she's getting at. As for the actual dialogue there, I don't know if it's like a mistranslation or anything. I don't really feel like the ChuChu's answer really, you know, was meeting Yukina's question there or statement there. So it is whatever. But you know, that's how I choose to interpret that situation. For the rest, I guess cute little episode. I mean, they're really trying to endear ChuChu to us. Like, I still remember last season when people were actually saying that, oh, they're making, you know, ChuChu and Razor Suilin to be this huge antagonist group or whatnot, and they're making people hate them and so on and so forth. But, like, come on, guys. I mentioned this last season as well, but again, you know, these three bands, Poppin'Party, Roselia, and Razor Suilin, these are the three bands that can actually produce the live events and continue to release lots of singles, lots of CDs, lots of merchandise, etc., etc. There's no way that they're going to antagonize their own fan base with one of these three bands, right? They want to endear them to us so that we can, you know, support them and then continue to buy their merchandise, attend their lives, attend their concerts, yada yada, right? So here we can already definitely see that ChuChu. I mean, shoot, the anime already sort of gave her a soft image in, well, in sparingly anyways. Sparingly we saw bits of her softer side or more cutesy side, I guess you could say, or klutzy side in last season, but here they're really driving it on with these two episodes. So yeah, I feel like by the end of this season, it's going to turn into a situation where even those who, you know, they have no idea about the entire franchise, you know, the real life Razor Suilin or whatnot, would also, you know, be rooting for Razor Suilin here, right? And that's what it's trying to accomplish here by showing these kind of facets of their lives and of the individual members. So there we go. That's my thoughts for this episode in particular, and I do believe that the next episode is, you know, so they released two episodes back to back here. So I'm just going to go directly into episode 3 as well. So I'm gonna refrain from talking too much, and I'll see you guys in the next one. So stay tuned. See you guys in a while.